try and cross and take control of B main here, just putting that emphasis.
Hello. Basically, guys.
Vacuuming up the orbs. The defender's gun as well.
Loud are looking for information. Sen have been mixing up whether they rotate, whether they re-hit. And you can see Loud here just trying to figure out, is it correct to stack onto B? QCK looking to explore through mid. They think it's keeping players on the scene.
Seriously, I mean, 2 years just holding on to the wall.
Okay. Right.
There, flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly the position and that was coming from, so Kawasi didn't really stand a chance up with the armor. Draft dashing away. Survives. Flank attempt. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? Tens is watching, but
was watching.
they're going to get distracted.
They are distracted now. The pressure really being applied. It's less here, and QCK for the cleanup.
Right,
John QT is there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now. Diffuse online for 2 years. Not going to be pushed away from this one. There's no more utility left available for them. So a thrifty round for Loud. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, that is just in time. What we saw on Split was the economy just getting ruined for Loud over and over. They could never build up a bank to work with. They're going to call a timeout after winning this round as well, which is a bit bizarre. Maybe the timeout
Probably queued a little bit earlier.
Yeah, probably queued before they won the round.
Yeah.
But QCK opened this up with a beautiful Sheriff shot and then closed the entire thing too. The Cloudburst to make sure that nobody caught him getting past the alarm bot. And often that kind of thing is going to get hurt. But in this situation, gets away with it.
Like John QT was mentioning, it's the tiny things, the tiny differences, the minutiae. Watch for.
Yeah. And also QCK being able to give them the confidence to stay on B by taking that mid-round timing and taking the risk to re-explore through mid. And it is a risk. There's only one man in that kind of situation.
Right.
So now what allowed looking to readjust? Can they take any lessons from winning that round? I think one of them would be, you know, trying to fight before Sen have utility setups, because QCK was able to manage that. And he's looked fairly good in the games of Icebox that they've played, despite people doubting his jet ability. And the other big takeaway, I think, from that is trying to look for mid-round information so your stacks are correct.
Maybe might see some signs of that proactivity from Loud being called.
Just check.
Like you said, just trying to gather, gain some of that mid-round information, but comp isn't really too suited for it. I mean, you've only got the Sova as your initiator.
Yeah, you really have to do it by pushing into areas. And again, you don't really have the ability to flash re-clear spots on defense, so it can be very tough. You kind of have to double up, triple up, walk areas. And that's got its own danger. So both teams on opposite sides of the map here to start this next round. 4 players grouped up on defense on A, just pushing QCK into an aggressive angle.
I mean, this is excellent for him.
Yeah, but I mean, Sen are nowhere near.
Still, it's going to be telling his team to over-rotate. Get your asses into mid, get your asses into gear, because it's leaning over towards a B hit.
So Sen's got
Loud have
one
actually
point
finessed
already.
this lovely. I mean, they've managed to get into a position where Sen weren't comfortable going for the early round timing, and now Loud have stacked it for the mid-round timing. And on top of that, QCK's watching in case things rotate back.
We'll check back on them.
He's in a really good spot. Drone. Oh, maybe just catching
Nice selection.
somebody.
Why have they all got a
I
back?
think they've got all the info they need.
Okay, on me.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, with QCK pushed up deep like this, look at it, you can just tell from the stack.
Phantom.
Already
I'm
protocols in
surprised
play.
that
Volley
that
forward,
people
Zekin just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud with all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. That's the back.
Close maining harbour.
Fast flank of QCK. Might be causing some issues a little bit later into things. Now he's going to be notifying his presence, at least with the removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. Don't know if they took a glimpse of that one. Still 10 HP. Leave it just to Zelsis.
I mean, I want to main Killjoy.
There's no real chances here. There's no real chances. Maybe managed to get the second, but no. Full stick there from Sadak.
I think Loud's defense on B looks way better than their defense on A, personally. Especially coming out of the Loud Gen G game, that was my big takeaway. I think Loud's protocols for dealing with B hits like this are actually real nice. Yeah, they missed second, but they keep good snowman control. They fight from kitchen. They have good crossfires on people. Look at how Sadak, playing around orange, is able to pick up second. I think Sen should be quite cautious if they're sending B hits over and over and over. The A side of the map does look more of a weakness for Loud. They tend to play it for retake more often. The flash dizzy combo on A is just more powerful in my opinion. And Sen are going to have opportunities then to fight aggressive in the post plan to stop Loud coming back in for the retake.
Nice.
I think you're definitely seeing
that there
are many more opportunities for Loud to get wins here on Icebox than we saw on Split. Right? Split from Sen is perfection, but not every map is up to that kind of caliber. And Loud are finding those ways of stopping Sen going for these hits. Now they've knocked the economy in the other direction. Did Sen even have a single eco round on Split? I don't think they
feel
did.
Like it.
They won the pistol both times, and then they just dominated the game. So I think this might be their first one.
Down to it. A couple of decisions to be made here because they do have money for a potential investment of one rifle or so. Looks like John QT is the one who's bought that one up. Might get sold, but it looks like they
but Killjoy is
spare if it goes poorly.
What she can do.
Whatever's been called, we're probably not going to be seeing signs of it just yet. Not in this round with the weaker guns. But you know, Sen might start playing towards some of the orbs, try and burn up some big ults. Celsius will probably earn his after it goes down to a player.
And look at Loud setting up the same kind of thing. 4 players A at the beginning to post up some. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say to post somebody up really deep so they have good information. And yet, that 4-player stack,
she can use a tap to crack shield, obviously.
But Sen are not going for anything too aggressive at the beginning of the round. They worry as soon as 2Es puts up this high tide, it makes it feel like there's many players ready to fight B.
She also has a
gun.
gun.
We can see
People say like Chambers better. Pan? Hi.
One Dizzy clearing away, Sassy.
People say Chamber.
On away now from the ult, knife.
People say Chambers better, but all he does is
protocols for this, but still Second is a very dangerous target, tagged up by the drone, has to respect it now, has to back away. Celsius dropped on the other section of the map, the other side of things, still with that plan down. They're pitting, committing into this one. This is interesting. I mean, even though the money is a little bit wired still, now the lockdown being invested. I mean, that is absolutely crazy stuff still. Feeling like it's necessary now. John QT getting into this spot and this position. On top of it, can break it down, so detained and dealt with. They committed with the ultimates here on either side, but it's Loud winning out, 4 players surviving.
Yeah, I think both ults that were used there probably should have been safe for
I think they are going to go through both maps.
The problem is the kills came through so quick, so close to the ult being invested.
I
think John didn't quite realise that he was in such a player disadvantaged situation when he decided to pit.
Loud's good at like delaying time.
Likewise with Sadak, just decided to send that one. Make sure that they get the streak online. So now we go into a rifle round. Celsius ultimate, super powerful. If they can get
and why is it always Jet using the sniper?
It should be the round.
That's one thing I don't get. Like she's using an operator even though she has all that
there with a deep knife now. Very heavy emphasis and presence being shown by Sen. Sassy.
And Geckos, I've recently realised Stacey's
looking
looking
to clear out the side as well for the rest of his team. Look at that, skipping and hopping over around the side. Cowazin, he's been caught. Do they want to dive and dash onto this one now? Sadak is his bodyguard.
So
there's a wallbang angle.
Yeah, it's a wallbang angle with a pit drop down on top of it. Lockdown though should push him out of position.
You know, Killjoy's being used
clear, but Les might just go down with a ship. He might just opt to get entertained. QC trapped all the way behind him, and yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays. Somebody spammed onto the top right of this position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here onto the flank. Celsius cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilised to try and push at these players from Loud into these forward positions. And they have managed to clean it up ever so slightly, but still player disadvantage. Molly, waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now. See on top of it with Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels.
You're basically always going to win unless
our players realise
they have better sound.
The ones who have to make the moves forwards. Cowazin! Cowazin! And 2 years! That is just disgusting.
That looked like a checkmate situation. Sen were running out of post-plant utility, sure, but they still had a crossfire from 3 different areas that they could have set up.
There's no way.
And yet through the high tide, through 2Es' util, Cowazin, the hero for Loud in map 1, though the efforts didn't get him anywhere. This time putting rounds on the board. Yeah, Kaplan's going to be annoyed about that, but I don't really think that Sen misplayed it too much. Kawanzi just hit some really nice counter spam through the high tide, and then got a sick shot on a jump peak.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that.
Yeah.
Loud. Really creeping forwards with this lead here.
Yeah, look at how mobile they are with QCK's positioning. He gets another one. That's excellent.
Yeah, okay.
They played him over towards A. Last round he walked down to
Oh,
this
bro,
time he's over
winning.
towards B.
I mean, Sentinels
So
would have got
difficult
one
to
map point,
predict.
but like at the same time.
Middle low with a no command.
Icebox, that's a good map.
Oh, hello, counter spam. Kawazi
not
dropped.
too good.
Still have to worry about this
Sentinels, I think when
operator.
Sentinels goes on to do defense,
Oh,
they're going to be the
he
best.
skewered them! Ten's dropped to his knees, there's no chance in hell he's being picked up. And now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these Loud boys to really get into the action. Auxiliaries are here. Wide face by Zelsis traded though. Drop down, John QT again. Isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him to reload. Surely going to be here. Yes, Les is very quick onto the angle with the punish.
What a round from QCK. Very similar to the Thrifty that got them started on this map. Takes an early angle, hits the shot, and then he's there to punish. This is now 5 in a row for Loud to really get the gears going.
I was talking about the attack side for both of these teams being good, but I mean, so far it's clearly Loud are the ones who have stepped up. Won't go quietly into the night. That is a disgusting shot. QCK with his op.
Zekin's Achilles heel.
Yeah. Barely tagging onto him.
So Loud, they have found something that's worked, which is QCK's op, and now they've given it to Kawanzi.
Just to mix it up. If QCK gets spotted now, still, he's rattled off the shot.
Actually.
Ended up using the dash. Wow, how's that kill come from? I mean, Les, this is literally the same as what he did in the pistol round. I mean, he went for this aggressive push.
Oh, come on, Sentinels.
Initial round, man. He's taking matters into his own hands. Does not care.
I just realised that, like, these guys,
what a beautiful
they're good.
bait and switch setup from Kawanzi and Les as well. Such an unusual one with the sober
Are they radiant?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Loud is very, very angry.
They don't act like radiant.
Odd and poke the bear.
And frankly, it wasn't necessary for Les to go and do that. When they've already won 5 rounds in a row and the game plan's working, does Les need to force those fights and take the 1v1s? No, but he's Les. He's Les. He does just have these moments where he decides to take over a game, and he's been pushing up on A looking for that duel, but Zelsis has not been giving it to him. If they're B defaulting and they leave Zelsis with the Killjoy utility on A, Zelsis plays it really safe. And John just took a jiggle there and decided he liked the idea of stepping up. I don't know why you would. 12 and 3 less.
This guy, I mean, he gets sorely
blue
underestimated
above.
by a variety of people coming into it. I mean, doesn't play the most flashy roles, but
Hang
can't
on,
deny
let
his
me look up the
individual
ranks
talent,
real quick.
his skill.
And now Sen on a weird buy, looking like they want to just set up for that default A hit. Get Tens up over on 2 pipes, where he's got that flash angle.
Immortal 1 or
Tower
above.
broken mid.
With a flash.
To this.
Actually, not in the right
I thought
spot.
it was radiant.
Flashed now, I mean, Les decided to take the repeat.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekin wins it out though.
some of these guys, they do act
Counter
like
4,
a
now you can see it, the Reckoning
it.
pressing forwards with the advantage they've got. Loud, not giving up any space. They want to take it right back away from them. And already you can see it, that deep position. Weaker guns and weaponry still. Maybe Sen could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time though, Thrash taking that first contact. Zelsis winning that fight, the adjustment, and snap to the side. And retaking now with his operator just becomes a dire situation. And Zelsis is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP.
If Killjoy ace, if Killjoy gets this,
Sassy,
right, this is gonna be crazy.
Sadak over and around, spotted, 1, Sassy dropped. Sadak now, but time surely working against in the jump spot. The jiggle, John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through. That
well played,
is immaculately played.
John with another clutch. So similar to his situation on Split, where we saw him play against Kawanzi and Les. Beautifully done there. But I do think overall Sen are giving Loud way too much space in these post plans. If Zelsis hadn't been able to get those 2 kills and open things up, I think Sen might have been in trouble again. Yeah. Most teams when they play against the Harbor Viper,
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They're trying to get aggressive in post-plant situations to stop them before they get into retake spots. Sen are backing off and trying to play post-plant utility. But if they can secure this round, it's looking good. Double orb. QC getting go unseen.
Kidding me. You are kidding me.
Come on, Central's needs to come back. He's 7-4.
He's obviously on the other side of the map, just trying to lock down at B angle, but the lockdown now indicates everything. At least it should.
Another problem with this composition, you have no way of dealing with the lockdown. You don't have molly lineups.
Backing out no detainment. Fast with the high tide. Cuts this one up. Mosh pit into the back now. This time Sen fighting too. And nail! But you're up against cowards in John QT. Where's he pulled that one from?
Bro, John QT is like
crap. Another one
Yeah.
on the ropes. The pit has been earned. 88 health to his name. He just needs to survive. The spray down, and he's already hunting them down. Less.
Ace.
With him toppling, Ace on the cars. The crowd wants it. The people are chanting. QCK spotted out
Come on, let
wide.
him
His
ace, let him ace.
team give him anything. Not quite still.
Oh, he could have
Around
aced.
earned, around gained. And Sen will be happy with that. That's a salvage situation when his half was looking so damn poor.
And round 11, round 12, the player to salvage it is John. What a beautiful spray transfer there. And then getting the third on the rope too. All coming off the back of winning the 1v1 clutch. To get Sen up to 4, well, he's done it to get him to 5.
That's crazy stuff. Honestly, a really competitive
Is it
map
time out?
overall. I believe we've got a special guest down on the floor as well. Let's send it down for an interview.
Hey guys, I am here right now with Coriana.
Yes,
Coriana, what's up? How are you liking Masters Madrid?
Masters Madrid is awesome. I mean, I'm really cheering for Loud. I arrived 2 days ago and I'm
Loud.
enjoying it.
Of course, right? And how are you? How
I mean,
do you feel
Loud's
about this
good,
rematch?
but
What are you expecting from Loud?
Sentinels is a very strong team. They beat us on VCT America, so I'm hoping for a really close match. We weren't able to show our game on the first map, but we are trying our best on the second one.
Of course, excited for that comeback. Now, what's this I hear that you bought every single VCT bundle? Is that correct?
Yes, is that true?
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I have to ask you, what's your top 3? And you can't say Loud.
Okay, I really like Talon,
Talon?
G2, and also Cloud9 one.
Oh, okay. That's a healthy
Cloud9,
representation. I like those picks.
They need to
Now,
return.
last but not least, can you give a quick shout out to the fans? Maybe get them to buy some Loud bundles. How about that?
Yeah, sure. First of all, buy Loud bundle, and thank you guys for cheering for Loud. It's a close match. We are top 4. Last Masters we weren't really great, but I hope this one we can get the title.
No,
All right, you
no,
heard it
no,
from
no,
Coriano.
no,
Let's
no,
get
no,
back
no,
into
no,
the
no.
game and let's get loud.
Nope. Loud, what?
Serena bundles, man. I mean, I will say about Loud, they do have one of the only, like, you know, proper green bundles, if you like the color green. So they, you know, they got that going for
Yeah,
them.
if you're a fan of green, any eco-friendly people out there?
Yeah. Like money, other substances that we won't mention. If you're a fan of any of that, listen, maybe the Loud bundle. But
Yeah,
listen, 7
maybe
to
that's for you.
5. Important pistol round coming up.
Yeah, a very, honestly,
Oh,
a
it's
huge one. And
switched
Sen
now,
have
isn't
won every pistol so far in this series. So if they're able to get another one on the board here, that's just been such a phenomenal advantage for them to work with the entire time.
I mean, that's not too
He's picked up a sheriff.
fine.
Loud are one of the teams that buy
What's the
sheriffs
best
the
for an
most in
equal
these
chance, I
pistol
guess?
situations. Often there's 2 players on the team with them.
Just trying to take those long-range fights, Celsius.
Go on, Sen.
Right around.
You've been
Team
equal
is
rounds.
dancing,
This is good for you guys.
Yeah, but with that jiggle, always a chance, isn't it, that it goes poorly. He's going to be backing his way up to kitchen.
The reclear here from Sassy and Zekken. They had a cascade in their face early on, and now they've realized that that was fake pressure. A good gamble to take. And they've got a little bait and switch set up here. Kind of blocked by the wall, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's no going to be any swings coming out for here. Sassy needs to get one, but yeah, like I said, no trade in sight. Zekken, dash, activated.
Yeah, that's just wasted. And he was expecting more pace towards that. Sadak's called that pause in the round.
And holding for a repush.
Yeah, I mean, Zekken's already re-cleared this area once in the round. Loud are ready for it.
Zekken's now going to be pushing to this one-and-done angle. Now that the dash that we talking about prior is gone. Loud, we're going to have to clear this one. Bodies might do it. Surely, Ghost Moment, not getting away with too much more still. 1 for 1. Drop down, Zelsis. Taking up space back towards the backside of yellow. Might need some supportive util though, and
Ties and tens.
So flash repeat timing. Needs it now, needs help right now, and he's got it. The follow through from the rest of them. Those reinforcements, jump, spot, and peek. Les, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. It's the only way he goes down to it. And it leaves it just up to Les. 1 versus 1. Viper.
You got John QT.
Viper.
They should know that Les is this week.
John QT. No way. I just
The
realised.
Sentinels Classic could do work here.
Time to put it to the test. A lot to clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side. Contacting, spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it out on the right-click business. Done and dusted. Wipe your hands of that one. Pistol round here for Sentinels.
Did not look good for them in the beginning of this round. And Zelsis has pulled it back with some great supportive utility coming through from Tens. Sen really abusing the slower pace of Loud there. Loud had multiple opportunities in the round where they could have gone forwards as a team and cleared out a solo player on B. Because they took so long dealing with Zekken, and I mean this util also perfection. Putting pressure on the clock. But yeah, because they took so long dealing with Zekken, that allowed Zelsis to tuck into yellow. Nice! And like I said, Brent, this is 4 out of 4 pistols, 1 for Sentinels. And this is going to get them back into this map. It's an enormous advantage, especially because it offers you opportunities to keep that momentum going with a bonus.
Clear ideas.
Okay.
Very clear ideas. I mean, here, Zekken, Outlaw. Sees the jump, spots, just baited out for the shot wide, and QCK.
Okay, guys, I got chat up now, don't worry.
Just didn't really realise that he was already pushed up on that left-hand side, so he's earned himself an upgrade.
Yeah, nobody for Zekken to play off. That's a really bold angle. He was expecting Loud to be playing more slowly.
Sadak not willing to give away his life to the Molly once more for the plant, so but that util out.
2 of these players will die to a one-shot from the outlaw.
They're not watching for it. Over the top there, that's the ghost gameplay occurring right now.
Come on, yes, Tens.
Seeking to reclaim a bit of that territory, a bit of that ground, and he has slowed it down enough for the spike to be dropped down, but it is a 2 versus 3. This is the danger zone right now. The Verge are getting thriftied. Like you said, a single shot will do it. You've essentially handed over the operator to QCK.
Yeah. It looks like a save, to be honest, but they're still going to try and fight over it. Wow. There are still opportunities and danger here.
You slipped them up.
Tens is making an enormous wraparound, and Les has gone into Snowman. This is such a bizarre round.
And John QT backs to the wall, all about the timing. No way! As Les who finds it. And the gamble, the wraparound here of Tens has to pay off. It has to pay off massively, but it's not going to be planted out wide. Les, does he even acknowledge it? The reload is heard here. Close quarters again. Cuts it up into the angle. 1 versus 1, but it really should never have been here in the first place. Knife tags it. That was a rock positioning as the wall fades. The head is collected.
That is a crucial one for Tens to win. What a play. I mean, both Les and Tens getting value out of the play that they went for. But for Tens to go for that flank all the way through mid, wrapping back around quietly the whole time, and not have clock pressure because of John being able to deny the plant, and the spike went walkabouts into Snowman. Could not have gone better, the timing in that round for Tens.
You're back way.
And despite Sen winning that follow-up round, it was really expensive. Yes, they carried a 1 rifle through, but they're opting to just take a full eco.
Nice! Yeah. And so, a really bizarre start to this half.
Yeah. Sen
win the pistol. You expect them to get up the momentum that they have done on every other half that we've watched so far. And instead, they're taking an eco after winning the round.
That needs to be dealt with here. What a snap to the side. QCK deleted off the face of the map. It is responded in kind here. Sadak a bit cheeky there with the peaks over the top here. Just trying to play on top of 410. Drops down the Nana Swarms, making sure that nobody can play forwards. He does have the spike. Let's get this plant down.
A little bit of damage done, but not too bad. Yeah. Love that cove too. You can plant in a number of positions where it's very helpful. And Loud are looking to try to play a little further forwards than we saw from the post plants of Sentinels. You know, fighting on top of 410 with 2Es ready to swing. They've got 2 layers to this, really.
Oh, deactivated. Knife cooldown. A lot of util offloaded from Sen just to try and clear that back at the side, but again, time is of the essence, and with the Nanoswarm dead already, it's running out wildly. It's not a luxury they have whatsoever. No one's even forcing a tap onto the spike here. There's a gap into the wall. Tens out wide and open. Man, this is just madness. Sadak, what are you getting away with?
Shooting fish in a barrel. You can see Sen had no idea there that Sadak could see the spike. I mean, it turns red when it's being diffused. Sadak knows exactly where it's being diffused from. Boom. Headshots. And the fact that Loud were given those kills towards the end, and this has been a bit of a stretched out beginning to the half, they're building up to some big ultimates.
Yes, they are.
The Harbor ult is excellent for being able to take more aggressive
Right now, I want to
control
save
of
up
the
for some skins.
You know, if you're Sen here cooking up a game plan, I think you want to be going for like flash reclears to disrupt this before the big execute comes through. Maybe that's what Sen are planning with both of the flash initiators and Zekken playing A. But at the moment, Tui's heading B for that classic cascade at the start of the round.
Early turret broken. Now Loud regrouping over towards A.
And this is where I'd love to see Zekken posted up on pipes and trying to get some kind of flash aggression going. Because I think if you give space to Loud, this execute is going to be difficult to hold on against.
Drone going to be heard. One tag down to Sassy, backs him away. Top belts seen and spotted. Dash to get himself out of there. Reckoning now will clear the way through for the rest of Loud to follow all the way through. Stuns, not really being respected. I mean, Zekken is just trying to really get the most out of it there, and he is finally punished. So, no command, fast, off the rip, pushing forward. So they're going to expect this. QCK is already behind the man, already behind him, playing up with the rest of his team. And 3 players fall just like that, dropped to the ground, to your knees. If you are 10 in this case, and Celsius
Killjoy is so good
Celsius.
though, Killjoy, because she's always the last one left, isn't she?
Last one left. Decision being made for him, really. Has to be the save, just has to do some exit damage, but even economical damage doesn't do that much.
Oh, to the side.
No, it doesn't. I mean, Loud are building up a nice economy. They've got a great game plan, and Sen are not playing disruptively enough. Loud are just getting to play their own tempo, their pace. They could never really get a grapple on that on split. They were always trying to force fights in mid, and Sen were never letting them. That time, the patience and the slow play really rewarded Sen. And on this map, I feel like they need to be getting a little more up in Loud's face, trying to utilize the strengths of this composition, which are the flashes to go for those mid-round re-clear timings. But when Loud are given space, you see how difficult it was, though Zekken tried for him to get a timing around the Harbor ult there. And then when Loud are set up in these aggressive post-plant spots, their players, they can shoot, man. Yeah. They can shoot. The buy in this round, very similar to round 15. You know, everyone on pistols apart from one player with a rifle.
So with the money chunked down, in theory, you're expecting Loud again to just keep stringing these rounds together. Danger starts building. Hello. Through the wall just in case, but Dash to respect it. But the trouble is here, I mean, Loud, you got to think, going to be probably able to get themselves a plan.
Only Zekken's seen both times, even though there's a stack here.
There's a flash re-peek as well with a Dizzy, but wall in their face as well. It just gives that covering fire for Sadak. Beams him through, not too sure how that kill was found. Sadak, at least Sassy with this reposition. Close now, tries to face it. Again, there's just too many numbers to overcome. The advantage is Loudy. I mean, they've just picked him apart. It's methodical in nature. As I was saying earlier, I mean, it earns them up to a couple of key ultimates. Lockdown now for Sadak to use for the next.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be such flowchart Valorant on this map.
Yeah.
Because if the defenders can't get in a good position to disrupt what you're doing, we saw it from Fnatic when they dominated this map, you know, in times gone by. But the attack side, you have the opportunity to go and take a little bit of space and use big ults like Sadak's lockdown to really give yourself a free post-plant situation. And that's where you need to see Sen fighting a little more for some space. I think this is another round where the same concept applies. Sentinels are going to take a timeout here, and Zekken's already picked up the operator. Still got, you know, time to get rid of it if it doesn't fit the game plan that they want to go towards. But I think getting Zekken posted up in some aggressive areas would be decent, but it's also kind of difficult to go for any mid-round re-aggression with an operator. It's more that you take a line at the start of the round or something like that. It's certainly possible, But, you know, there's two key areas, if you're thinking from Sentinel's perspective here, that Sadak would want to be using the ult. One is over towards B main, and the other is over towards pipes. And so having some setups that could deal with those, yeah, might end up being really crucial.
Just trying to think one step ahead, right?
Yeah, yeah. And of course, you know, Sadak, he's a good enough IGL that coming out of a timeout like this, he might decide not to use an ult play whatsoever from the strat book. And he might just send it with, like, I don't know, 3 players pushing mid or something. You know, really to just try to mess with what Sen are expecting.
Right here.
So we're going to see Recon deep with the Cascade to try to push away anybody that might be playing aggressive over towards B, and that is where Zekken's got the Operator.
Look at how hard this is for Zekken to get value with the Operator. I mean, he smokes in his face. QCK, he's already pushed up onto the left-hand approach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
You can't watch everything at once.
The Cascade now over towards A might give Zekken the idea that, you know, only the Lurker is here, so he could be a bit more bold with it. I believe Sadak was just caught by the knife. No, I don't think he was, actually. So he's going to be able to get this lockdown off.
Spike's dropped down in mid. Trying to fake presence here, except with 3 players right behind him, it's going to feel very real. Still Zekken, will he be dislodged from this forward position? He's the one who's going to be trying to gather this information. Does
Allowed
the gamble?
Allowed overcooking this a little? Using the lockdown for the fake when they have the full A site?
It's if Zekken, really. It's on him because the Loud players are now going to be walking and waiting right into that crosshair. Dart forward, misses the shot. Now he has to really just use those smokes to evacuate and escape the ire of Loud. They're already fast onto the approach, but
They're
he's back away. They're going back to A.
Sadak's like, guys, there's no one here.
Look at this guy. Look at the position. You practically expect him to be a defender with this spot.
30 seconds
Forwards
left.
though with the smokes. Elsis can't adjust it. Can't snap to it. QCK drops him. And this is real chaos and pandemonium being strewn into the round. You don't expect this. Patience played all the way through. Thrash out wide. And they're just shooting bullets. It's easy targets all about.
Come on, boys.
Boundless right now for Les. The rest of his crew.
10 seconds
Sen, this wasn't for nothing.
The free plants.
That timeout wasn't for nothing.
And there's nothing you could do. Not with the retake to the Operator.
Yeah, not unless Zekken's able to get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinel's perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. So I certainly don't think the round was game planned like that, right? It looked like it was intended to be an A fake that you end up hitting B. But the audible call, as Sadak just realized that he had all the space in the world.
I can't believe it. I mean, how did he get himself up there?
Yeah, I mean, he just wandered in.
Top left rafters.
He wandered in, takes the rope, jumps onto rafters.
Yeah.
He's got a great spot. But also, Sen unaware that a Lurker could have taken that positioning, right? Tens walks through, Sassy's using Thrash. They don't think about, are they ending A here because there's a Lurker giving them that info?
Just let them try to catch me.
And Loud, they are pulling away. Looking better here on
30
Icebox,
seconds left.
which is really good to see because
Yeah, you can give
Split
him one.
was unbelievably one-sided.
Oops.
But of course, you've got to look and frame this in context. This is probably the second worst map that
So
Sen
when
have
they
in their
slow it
pool.
down and Jets vote, like Jets vote,
Not many of them
just
do
like,
they?
whoops.
Through the cracks here.
So, you know, for them to still be keeping it somewhat competitive.
Yeah, it was kind of predicted though. That they would have
Not
3
bad.
rounds.
It's not bad at all. For Loud,
They do still have a chance,
side
but
set though on his next few rounds.
it was kind of
so they can
completely
lock
in
this
the
map
first
up.
place. They'd have
It's
3
easy now for
rounds.
Sentinels. They've had to really be forced into a purchase
So-
around the 2 guns that they have saved. So it's just Guardians online, or at least for Zelsis. Presence now towards it. One more towards the Reckoning.
This is where Zekken was positioned in the previous round. He's got the Operator over on A.
Clear. Just with the Dizzy, there's really nothing else behind it. No flash re-clear.
Once
Just
they
the one bit of
seal the
util that's
event,
broken
they
almost
just have
immediately with the slowed down approach, John.
Or Vandal.
Yeah, at least they're trying to find the timings to go for that kind of thing, but just throwing the single Dizzy,
Phantom
it
Ray,
doesn't
yeah.
have the same impact. It's worse than a single flash from the KO, honestly. And Loud are just keeping all of this presence over towards B, and Zekken is still worried about a Lurker on A.
It's that prior conditioning here with 40 seconds left. Plan's gonna have to go down at some point. Drone.
Throwing the nade lineup so that they can still fight with the nade.
Hello, pop flash play, Tens. He's still alive here, got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire now. Feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide, dodge. Side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back. Oh!
Nice.
What an adjustment!
Oh.
Flicks to the
Come on.
side, luckily 2 years still there, not a reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left. There's no plan
need the
online.
plan.
They're stunned. Here, up and away. Updraft all around. And Sentinels.
Wow.
They grasp it in the midst of all of that.
No charges.
That's wild. The defense utility, though, was so much better this round than what we've been seeing so far. So Tens throws a nade lineup as he hears the drone coming through, which allows him to have denial of the plant pressure at the same time as flashing through the wall, which is sick. Those kind of timings, beautiful. It's also then, there's a mosh onto the
What's this graphics?
Let's go! Let's go, boys!
Or
So much
saturation,
utility
I mean,
pressure in that round. A lot better from what we've been seeing. And it's stumped Loud.
Yeah. Sentinels not wanting to go down quietly here. Dart dealt with.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Zekken wasn't sure that it was going to get broken, that Tens could see it.
Knife. Re-tagged.
This is the first time we've seen someone try to play an aggressive position on pipes.
Should give the indicator. I mean, Tens has no way to get out of this one. There's too many spots to really account for. And well, forwards! It's messy. It's real damn messy. Luckily, Zekken is still here.
Yes.
Collects. With 2 on the board now.
One
Maybe a
second.
chance for Sentinels really setting themselves up in an advanced position. It's been one of the first times. Yet Sadak says, not quite. Still something to say about it.
Junkie
Bring it into a
T.
3v3 now with that util finally. Respecting Sadak. Pushed away once more. It's about bleeding it out. Another tap.
Oh, is he coming
Line
in?
this time.
He's
The
peeking.
wingman, Dizzy, over the top.
He's peeking on side. Okay, he's coming in, he's coming in.
Hello. Just not quite seeing that one over the top, below him. Does not anticipate it, but guess what? His teammates did.
Hold on.
Swinging at precisely the right moments. So they're not out of it just yet, not by a long shot.
No, these last 2 rounds have been lovely from Sen. If they keep playing like this, there are certainly chances for them here. You see this from Zekken's perspective again.
Well played, well played.
Great shots there.
Well played.
But also,
Making another
the
comeback.
defensive utility is lovely.
They've
They're
got
throwing
this.
great util to stop the plant going down, and then they're finding a timing to then flash and pop back
When
out
is Zekken's
to
replay
re-fight
fanatic?
Loud.
When is fanatic
When Loud
play?
don't really have utility available. Sadak anticipated it,
Let's go
fell
back
back,
and
but they
insult
didn't win the
even then
duels.
Try and cheer them on.
This is aggressive.
Yeah, time to show some disrespect, and he does
Nice.
get the value from it.
Sadak playing that spot way more aggressively than Celsius was too, offering himself up as a pick. Kalanzine gets ult online. Can they cook some kind of play based off the Hunter's Fury? I think it's going to be difficult, especially when Tens is holding knife for anything like that.
And for Loud, I mean, you can feel they're trying to bait out these aggressive reclears.
Yep.
Just
Oh, Tens rocking that Iraq's
fake
spawned
waiting,
away.
throwing out a high tide, seeing if they flash through the wall and try and fight through it, but
Hang big pop.
Yeah, you've got to make the timings as difficult as possible for Sen to find them. And Zekken,
so
he's
much to watch.
exposed.
I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it. He is exposed, though. You are
Oh.
right. Many chances for him to
Peeking.
be
Peeking.
swung from a multitude of angles. It's all about the reactions. Now, yes, he slams a dash, but it's not active. Here he goes. Dart has to cover himself. His own footsteps there away from it. Over the reswing now across. He saws him over the road, but he couldn't adjust the aim in time. Celsius
Okay, nice,
spamming
nice,
and
nice.
spraying and a bit of praying. Let's get the job done there with the removal onto 2 years. Kawazine, though, will not be pushed back and away. And QCK is his time to come alive. Over the top of rafters. Risks necessary in this spot, especially when you're a player down.
Wow.
The pit invested in a 3v4 here.
That's dirty.
It does cover the spike.
Yeah, look at that. Stretches all the way over towards it, and he still has 2 snake bites as well. That will put the time pressure now onto Sentinels. This could be the 12th round for Loud. It's about how they navigate it. It's about how they sail through. A tap forwards now. What is the next wave of things? QCK traded. Now sticking though already there. That's going to be the wingman putting that pressure onto a Hunter's Fury. Skipping a hop over to the top. And well, it's just been stuck in the middle of all of it.
Bro, they made
That's
him come back.
incredible! Dude, Wingman does not take additional damage from the pit being there, and they just assumed that it did. They didn't deal with Wingman the entire time.
When man was
When,
just
when you're dealing
chilling.
with a player, the combination of pit and the vulnerable is just devastating. You can do nothing about that. But the Wingman, he doesn't care about it.
Yeah, he is.
Look
no
at
man.
him.
He is no man. He does not care.
Oh, bro. Sliggy losing his mind.
Nice!
Oh my goodness.
Keep guns. Off back rafter if you can get it. Actually, no, it's not.
Calm and collected though. We're straight back
Bro.
into it. Rattling off the rounds now. Really making it almost even here.
That was so funny.
To 11.
When man was just
Sen's
chilling
ult
and
back is just huge. They found so much more value out of being able to deny the plant and then getting off a good retake there. Perhaps with a little bit of luck involved too, but they got themselves a player advantage beforehand anyway. Zekken's been spotted. What does that do to Sadak's calling here?
Try and speed it up, or do you want to go in a different direction? It looks like they want to just try and tackle it into A. Now, Zekken didn't use his dash again. It's important to note that one, because now as that U2 goes flying, still he's looking for the shot, can't adjust it. Time still just sees the shoulder, but has to finally back away. Doesn't want to get punished for that one, but the count to spam a tap from Sadak. Get himself into the cove, locked down.
Love that. Early timing on the lockdown stops Loud from setting up to break it. And it's also not positioned over towards screens. Yes, it doesn't go as deep, but Zelsis is going to make sure that there aren't people playing these aggressive post-plant positions.
Throws them out and away.
And all this
They deal with the util, and how do they deal with these players? Zekken just wants to take up the straight-up fight, attack. Baiting it out now. Nade a bit short and shy off the mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Loud, but again, anyone could win it. You just have to just rely on a bit of that RNG. Zek, Tens, pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands. Have on it, they don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now. And a tap with the rifle. All praise. Praying from 2 years. Sentinels. Barely there. With 2 seconds just over.
Okay, Sen's got to win this.
They look in control, though, of these
Sen, I
retake
can't wait any longer
situations,
to play
which is
Valorant
something that we
and then
weren't
Minecraft,
seeing
bro.
from them in those spree of 4 rounds
gotta do
between
this.
15 and 18 that Loud got online.
Come on, bro.
The lockdown is so nice from Zelsis. Teams have come up with
The way
protocols to
they
be able to
fake
deal with the
it,
lockdown that's over towards screens. They have a player
they fake it and
aggressive,
then, like,
or they
go
have
like
some
the
kind of,
whole crystal
you know,
map,
naked
just
combo.
go.
Sadak has lineups for it too. But throwing that out in a different position over towards Heaven, and yeah, it's not optimized, but it's not going to get broken. You know they're not on aggressive positions, so you can start the retake proper. Now, we've seen round 19-20, Sentinels won by dragging the clock down and putting a lot of pressure on the plant itself and put Loud in a tough spot. Now they've also demonstrated in round 21 and 22 that their retakes can look really good as well, especially when it's helped with ultimates. This is now anybody's game. It felt like it was Loud's completely until this streak of 4. Can't count Sen
Loud's
out.
timeout.
Oh, you can.
Do they get?
Singing the praises
Do they
of
each
Loud
get one timeout per
international
map?
experience.
Or is it just
Adjusted
the whole
on the
thing?
big
So
stage.
both. If it's the
Count
whole
this
thing.
team out with how they were looking just initially, but you're right. I mean, Sentinels, they've also been slowly building up a repertoire. Their CV's looking long.
Like, but I think Loud just then they just gave Sentinels a break because they did
For a
have
team
lots
like
of
Loud, 11 to 11. Still
So
the Viper's Pit, still the Thrash.
And all of this without Zekken really finding too much
Loud
value
and
from the
Sentinels, I
operator in
think,
the last
are
couple of
outdoing each
rounds.
other, in my
Right?
opinion.
He's trying to take the timings and he's finding good openings, but he's not landing the shots. Here it looks like he wants to try and take this timing instantly underneath the tube, aiming for less.
Drops down, only sees the turret.
Missed the turret, actually.
Did, yeah. A drone, utilized by Loud though. It's going to be pushing up and taking this space for the lockdown. Feels like a B hit, should be a B hit. Second, where are you going? Where are you going? With 4 seconds left, is this being held for? Yes. Look at that awareness. Jump spot, jiggle peek. Holy updraft dash, but he cannot escape it. Sadak was hot on the heels, set to punish it. Deep dart now. Thrash being used just off the initial tap here, but doesn't really spot anything at all. In fact, no detainments because QCK, again, lurking up
Who got
through. Spots it
detained?
out with a
Was
nano
it?
swarms broken, both
Someone
of
got
them.
detained because it said
Celsius has the
Killjoy
timing to try to disrupt
detained
this.
one person
Les
in,
gets dropped.
Arena Ever.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside
Arena Hall,
gained.
okay, nice.
Now for Sadak.
They
We
really
pushed
did
away
that.
this time.
So
Mosh
it's
pit
been
just a
quite
little bit
hard
too
for them to
delayed
get
and
back.
late. This is going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favoured
Placing alarm
That's
bot.
why I love Killjoy. It's so
Out to here with the
easy and
retake of
fast to play through the
Sentinels.
utility.
jump
I
spot,
guess
just
we
seeing,
really
but he
wise
does
to use it all the
back
time.
away. So now with the alarm bot,
I'm not gonna aim,
spam,
but
bit of
I'm
spray,
gonna, you know.
spot flash play. Tens, man, he's taking it to him. Damage
Nice.
done though. Had the knife out. Was
Come
expecting
on.
that follow up, especially with
Come
2 years
on.
there. But what can he really do in this spot?
It's just ties.
V3.
Come on, Zelsis
Have to find one of the fights, and Zelsis isn't keen on giving him it.
Stacey
Sassy,
used
sticking,
diffusing.
half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low
Yes.
face. And that is up to 12 now for Sentinels. This is an absolutely incredible
12, okay,
resurgence
on
from
12.
this team. On this map in particular,
I'll
I
get
mean,
one
they're
more
looking
for
to
the
seal this
overtime.
one up in 2.
I think Loud played a great round there as well, and the Sen retake was too much for them. 3 rounds in a row now. The flash to be able to catch QCK is lovely, and then Sen players playing
Okay.
high-low positions.
Sentinel's gonna want one more to win the whole thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Communication. Just on point.
If they don't and Loud wins this round, it's going to be overtime.
And
Which I
Sen,
don't want.
5 rounds in a row to be able to get up to match
Obviously.
point and set up a date with
Sentinels
Gen G.
Aggressive.
They're playing really aggressive this round.
Here it is. Adjustment not there in time. He just tried to flick to the side. It was actually Tens who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam. Updraft and away. Back in. Got to respect now at a reckoning.
It's incredible that Sen are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan.
Yeah.
We push back. You got to think now. Loud, again, surely set up for success. But I said that last time. It was Sen who ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder,
really
arms to the
wishing
back.
corner,
Two, you're
so
showing
like,
presence.
oh yeah, he's hiding in the
Jiggle and
right
offset
side.
there with a movement, but not going to expect Kawazine, and he's still here, alive and kicking, weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way through overtime on the cards.
Finally, Loud able to get that round that's been eluding them for so long, and we're treated to an overtime. Huge performance from Loud, not allowing their resolve to crumble. A reminder, we've obviously never had that 2-0 between these teams this year. Had more back and forth occurrences. That little resurgence from Sen has taken us to a spot where it does look like a possibility, unless Loud can dig deep.
Yeah, revisiting it. Of course, it was Loud, you know, they won that one 2-0 in their initial matchup in 2024. Fought back immediately by Sen in the finals where they took it an absolute barn burn. I mean, it was a map 5 world-class game from both of these teams. Pushed once more.
Come on. Fight.
Dart. Broken. QCK forwards position as the sides are switched around. We know he's been getting aggressive. The question is, Sen gonna pushed away from this now to Dizzy. Didn't even really connect him. He was so close to the corner, but he doesn't land the shot, so backs away. Showing presence there with the operator. He wants a second go at things. Sassy, not expecting it. The rest of Loud backing him up still. It's sprayed and messy. It's all over the bloody place. 2 left to stand here from Sentinels.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Celsius to recover. Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Sadak. John, though, picking up that ult orb, 1 away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, it would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
Doubled up side by side, top rafters, 2 years.
No.
Put on 1 to win with Zelsis dropping. John QT sends the nade flying. The molly there. Just can't quite land the kill.
Nice.
He now has Slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does. It's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one angle, but over the top of the ropes. Doesn't expect 2 years.
Good try, nice catch by Tui's. John was thinking about just slipping away.
Match point.
But Loud, after getting that recovery in round 24, now put themselves up to map point. QCK going for the force buy.
Down A.
The glass cannon operator ended up getting some of that value. You can see John looks gutted. He wasn't able to pull that one off.
Come on.
So we're going into it.
Come on.
Sen kept at 12. Zekan is
They keep
going
making their own
for the
comeback.
same
It's kind
thing,
of
the
funny.
glass cannon op. They have not found success with this particularly. But they've been winning anyway. A lot of those defensive rounds towards the end.
I know Loud, they set their sights over towards B. Ah, it's no way. The spam.
Very
Nearly
close.
tagging him up, draft over the top. That's QCK. Wonderful punish onto the corner. Even more where that came from. As the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success. Set up for map 3. And you got to think it. It's inevitable on top of the ropes. How is he accurate there? Running and gunning, but Tens dealt with. Dropped.
No,
And
it's
a
the
retake
second
with the
round,
op.
isn't it?
It's a fairy tale moment for Zekan, it will have to be, and he doesn't expect it. The wrap there,
Yeah.
so 14 to 12, Loud. We are going all the way.
It deserves a map 3
Right.
this series.
1-1.
But
Come
for
on.
a moment, I thought Sen were going to clean it out in 2. The comeback there was difficult for Loud to deal with, but they found the adjustment in the final moment. Huge from Sadak and the rest of the crew. I think QCK played a blinder of the game there on Jet, putting the doubters to bed.
Absolutely. I mean,
Set
map
up for a
3,
good one.
It is set up for a good one. Sunset will be the decider, and what a map to end on for both of these teams. It's bound to be magical, so do not go anywhere.
So what's the next map? guessing just adds now. I was in 30 minutes. Yeah, we can fit a spec question there. We might be a bit late, but who cares? Bro, my game is lagging. Everything is lagging. Am I even gonna get a match in this time? By the time it actually loads? Okay. So the Araxis, this is pretty clean, I'm not gonna lie. I would like it, but it's literally all my money. Prism Ghost, very, very nice. I don't know, I might buy, I don't know, I wanna buy this bundle. Or the Battle Pass, I don't know. I could just get the Phantom on its own, but it has no finisher, so. Yeah, no. Oh, Lotus is nice. HP on Lotus. I mean, we could play Reyna. They have no idea. Little sister. What I was thinking is we just literally just speed run a load of games so we can get Killjoy as fast as we can. Because we need Killjoy. And then we need Raze, and then we need Sky, then we need Cypher, then we need KO, then we need Omen, then we need Gecko, then we need Deadlock, then we need Asher, then we need Chamber, then we need Vade, then we need Otava, and then we need, what's his name? The other Swedish guy. We'll get Astra probably, and then about it. Oh yeah, Deadlock probably after Cypher. Please pick. No, I have to play a different map now. Nice. My game has lagged, yeah, it has lagged. Oh. Level 5 Brimstone. Lol. Just a level 5 Brimstone, and then a level 126 Sage. Hi, are you reading chat? Yes, I am, Popo, but it's kind of, delayed today. It's chosen to be a bit delayed. Senators is on in like 2 minutes. Against Loud. It is 1-1, so the next 13 points, or discluding overtime, wins, because it's they have to get 2 points, and so far they're 1-1. Yeah. So Senators won the first one, Loud won the second one. It was very close though, they were drawing for a bit. Okay, well I'll go then. Yeah, join back in like 40 minutes or something. I go play the server. I noticed, guys, when I move my screen, it's like pixelates. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but F86. Behind. You gay. Oh.
Left.
Hello. I am currently streaming and also doing, what's it called? Watching SEN vs LOUD, so I might not be on for a bit, but I'll be back soon. It's A. Just don't run. Run backwards. These walls of flames are catching on fire. I mean, I'm pretty good with the Marshall, but I'm not that good. But, you know. Duppins. Going from behind.
One enemy remaining.
Nah. What players? Sorry, I can't take that. Pop.
At least they kept it interesting.
Dawn begins. Jet's muffin. Bro, Jet.
Spike planted.
Okay.
Switching sides.
Mesh. Oh. Bro, my game is so laggy on your screen, bro. Don't tell me. These flames. These so flames are catching.
Seconds left.
Let me go get AFK guy. Let me go get him. Let me go get him. Looks just you have too many kills. Probably shouldn't have used my ult, but I'm sure it's fine. Kobe. These roads are flames, I'm catching them for y'all.
Stay safe.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Bruh. 60 Brimstone.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Match point. We can end it now. Once more.
These roads are flames, okay.
My ult ready.
Haha. Easy. I'm so good with Vayner. Not bragging. Not bragging. These roses are flames, are catching on fire. Oh, that's not good.
Lacking and slacking.
Be right back, guys.
But QCK did not go for the ultimate in that spot, right? So Loud still have it available to them into the next. They decided not to invest, thought they weren't favored enough, and have kept that. So the bonus round doing a little bit of damage, not too much. A lot of it coming down to that play from TenZ.
Oh, yeah.
His Omen on this map is so creative and flashy. It's wild. Well, I thought there was a good chance he was going to just pick up everybody there.
Yeah, looked like maybe a few more bullets he could have done it, but
Yeah.
he's just that guy when it comes to this map on the Omen.
So pretty classic defensive setup here for Loud with QCK and Kawanzin holding over towards A. They do have 3 or 4 different defensive setups that they like to cycle through. And SEN trying to figure out which one they're going for is important. Loud also love going to the switch and closing the door in mid. It's something that they prioritize all the time, whether it's less or 2E's doing it. And you can hear it now. It's just gone down. That gives SEN some information.
Fault line.
Yeah, force out the fault line early. Somewhat early in the round.
Yeah. Trouble is with the door being closed down in her face, it does force SEN to just go back, double back, break it. Throw it in like they could be defaulting into a different direction.
This pause in the round
of a crossfire.
This pause in the round is really going to incentivize risks from QCK and Kawanzin.
You can hear it. He's lacking the info. His jump spotting is punished for it.
I know
TenZ has cleared out the whole of Elbow with his ult.
Or Theft as well, give that additional confirmation. Now the smoke's going to drop down, play it down, will be the plant. Sentinels get themselves into it here with a player advantage. Now's the time to shine.
Nice, okay.
Can't Loud out too much just yet though. Grouped up together, nade. Ooh, it's a bit of a blunder. Can't swing into that one, it was anticipated for him. Paranoia in front of it, Sadak, he had to be the playmaker there and he was not. Drop down, now a flash of their own. TenZ repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable, snake bite. Goodness me.
Everyone on Loud saving.
Yeah.
And they just don't even want to get back into this. A blunder from Zelsis, sure. But TenZ then anticipated that they would try to follow up on that, sent the Paranoia through, and was able to isolate the duel onto Sadak. SEN have got enough players who understand the rhythm of the game and can make plays like that to try to turn situations in their favor. And that early economical advantage that Loud had to work with, it's getting chipped away at here.
It is. I mean, it is essentially Eagle Up. I mean, 2 of the players can't be buying.
Yeah. And just seeing that on the replay again, it's such a large punish on
I'm playing different people now.
and it's all due to that freeze that John Cutie calls into the round.
Different agents.
They force out the fault line, and then they freeze everybody, group up A main, and look to try to punish the info peak. It's so similar to how they were approaching their split attack side with the real slow, patient game. At some point, Loud need info on defense.
Punishes come through. Different combination with a Yuto being used. This time Dizzy up in the air, flash through into elbow.
And it's all fake presence. Sentinels quickly, after going for their default utility, group up on B. They shouldn't be too worried about B main with the door being closed.
So looking for an orb on Zelsis. Ult online will be able to go for the B pop. Or not. Just avoiding it.
It's not as important against the Cyclist comp.
It's true, none
TenZ
of
is
the
over
flash do go
entices
flying
him.
though with a satchel play, sets up second deep into the angle. Decade getting brought down himself. He's on 60 health. He's going to be a thorn in their side though when this retake starts to come online for Loud.
Yeah, he's very isolated.
Very isolated. About to play in, wants to try and get in and rule that angle over the top. Now a reflank from mid, but already It's traded equally.
The timing actually here from John looks fairly good.
Yeah, he has to potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to
He might catch
dissuade
the
and push them
Phoenix
back.
ult.
Yeah, Paranoid's there, and he does catch it. QCK just alive no longer. Deep cam round the back. Loud are left really scrambling, looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight. Force him to win. 10 to win stat. Get out of here. Still no tap onto it. The pressure's mounting, incredibly so. 2 years facing with all the kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much.
No. What a bonkers round.
What is that?
What an absolutely ludicrous round. Loud did such a good job of putting pressure forwards into B main. That's where most of the post plant on B is going to come from, is this battle about who can dominate B main control. And Loud really did a great job of that. Being able to, I mean, they should have been able to catch 10s earlier.
Let's go.
But the flank timing coming in from John, and 10s and John buying so much time, ending that round in such a weird fashion.
Bizarre set of circumstances. Be hitting a bit of a repeat here for Sentinels.
Unless is looking to challenge B main early on.
Holding the angle, but actually, Fuel going to be fading. What is that? Just pre-aiming, anticipating it for seconds. So tight to the angle there.
Very confident too.
Necessary kill for him. He's not having a great start to this map, but let's get back onto the board with that one at least.
Kawanzin went and took the ult orb over towards A, so he now has the Rolling Thunder online.
Second, there's an initial tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plant. Does have his ult online now for it. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one. And second, his whole goal is to really slow this one down. TP dodging out of the way. On top of the box, they're going to expect this one to drone. We'll see it. Tags him up. So eventually, Tens will be spotted into this one and done spot. And QCK through the wall, favored for it. That's the wallbang angle on top of it now. It's an interesting fight to be taken. John QT turns it into a 2 versus 2. 2 tagged up by the knife, but just a tap onto the head. Spots it now, Zelsis. So much more in this position. Sadak feeling frantic in nature.
Does he have it?
I don't know. I don't know. Did he get onto it in time?
It's so close.
Oh my goodness.
These rounds are coming down to fractions of a second. And despite John's best efforts, Sadak's able to win that one in the 1v1. A little bit more patience from Zelsis would have done it. Oh, gonna be kicking himself. Can't offer Loud opportunities like that. You can see Sadak wasn't even sure.
Oh my. How tightly contested these rounds have been. The economy's taking a bit of a tumble. Weird dodgy buys across the board.
Kawanzin and QCK dominate A main to start this round out. That allows them to build up towards the Phoenix ult. Second and 10s are looking to try to explore mid again. They haven't done this in a while.
Hello, ult to try and fake the presence over towards A, maybe even pin to some of these players. And yet they're just barreling all the way through into mid as a nade. Watched it. Celtics still here. John QT though, they're just trying to dominate this one singular position. They do control A main. It's throwing a bit of chaos into the mix. In through the back of the side, just spots the elbow, and 10s looking this way, that way, didn't know where the players were going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Could have been granted one extra, gets the one, backs out, 50 seconds in the round.
It always gets me listening to the Brazilian fans chanting against Sassy. It just seems so wrong. He's in a very difficult situation.
9 bullets, didn't opt to reload, didn't want to give away any sound cues.
If he finds a timing to separate individuals, maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant. Everyone on Loud is so grouped.
They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Also online here for Sadak, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals all. Sassy has to pull off an absolute miracle. 5 HP drop down, backing away. Now wide and sprayed them through. Sassy, a beastly performance against the former team. Silencing the Brazilian crowd.
That clutch is like a dagger to the heart of Loud. Unbelievable. I've seen Sassy get these before when he was playing in Americas. It's all down to him playing the Gecko. The fact he can be so far away from where the plant goes down, his positioning is just immaculate in that situation. Loud are not thinking about it.
Sassy as a player, we needed to see a big step up. He was Norden 6
Oh,
when
Sassy, not Stacey. Not Stacey. Sorry, that was unintentional. I need to post my video tonight, yeah. So guys, you're gonna be seeing well.
Just never know. Tap.
Rounds have all gone the way of Sentinels after Loud got off to that hot start. And to be honest with you, I'm not mad at all at the way that Loud are playing, because think back to Sassy's 1v3. Okay, in order to get into a 1v3 situation, Loud had to play that really well, and they did. They collected on the mid play, they got themselves into a player advantage. They just lost out because there's beasts on the other side of the stage.
There's no player on either of these rosters that doesn't deserve to be here. Everybody capable of stepping the hell up.
Yeah. Speaking about that, when you look at the scoreboard, QCK is the player in position to do the most of that. It's Les actually who we haven't seen as much from. Usually, we're expecting Les to just be hyper consistent, finding his moments to have value, even though he's playing the Viper. With this composition, he does end up being pretty stuck over towards B. And Sen have been playing so grouped up.
Okay,
He's really found those opportunities. Different defensive setup, though, again, being run here from Loud. As Kawanzin and QCK move their way over the B.
Just calling up the back of it. Now 2 years. This time, standing strong, just trying to brave the onslaught as well. Russia players now ready to push him back and away.
Zels is getting the ult online, can counter Sadak. You can see Sadak getting set up to go for the ult. Oh, they just rip it anyway.
Okay. Send it out wide. Smoke's not even propped up yet. Second in position. Breaking. It's for the Tart. Now a plant. It's the next layer of this one. Sentinels. Do they have anything cooked up to try and fight this one further?
Normally, Loud are going to throw in a lot of utility early for plant denial.
Hunter's Fury. Molly's going to be used towards the back of the side. Hunter's Fury. There's the connection. Second falls. A couple of beams of that one, but still not being dislodged from these positions. Tent up top. Familiar angle. Has the ult now for the classic reposition. Ult into the back of the side. Could be anyone's game on a knife's edge. Every single instance. Tent sticking the... Well, not quite already with the ult into the back, but he has been cleaned up. 2 years there. It's a 1v2. Taps it. again. Sassy doesn't give him anything. Still bides his time, waits it out, and now it has been fully drawn down to the final moments. All the kills going Loud's way, but not the round.
Same again. Same thing again. The retakes, they are effective, but just not enough to be able to get over the line for Loud. It's Ten's position, I think, here that is the magic. Look at him, the way that he's able to wiggle out and avoid being traded because he's got the pillar to dance around. It looks lovely. The way the center setting up these post plants is dealing with a lot of what Loud are going for. And when you saw Loud demolish EDG here, one of the things they were doing on their A retakes was throwing in a lot of plant denial, making it uncomfortable for EDG to get into good post plant spots. Well, they can't do that when Zelsis is ulting them.
Possible. Util cut away. All these close rounds just going down straight to the wire. Again, economy. It's not good.
No. And how many times have we said that? It's just been a running theme. Normally, because Sen get out to such a hot start in every half, this time they actually had to grind their way back into ecoing Loud. And off the back of a 1v3 from Sassy too.
Ridiculous recovery. There's danger there though, with these Loud players. They're opting for a stack over towards B. 2 years again, same spot he's been playing in time and time again. Really disrespecting them though, just holding the angle for some util. Needs to, is this paranoia?
Yeah, I mean, what is the timing of this?
I don't know. I mean, he's found, okay, he's found something. Maybe just hearing a footstep, but another flash is connecting. Gives up the space, just seeking to delay as long as possible. Sentinels, though, likely they're going to have an open sight. 2 years is really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades forward, so they just spam the box in the common angles. They do deal with him, and finally the flood defense is here in time, but can Loud do anything about it? Beautiful dart. Everybody lit up here, even with the stingers, there's danger. Danger in abundance, but still with the rifles. Holy!
It's Tens again, man! You can't get away from him! Playing that post-plant position, over towards A-Link, swings around, gets 3, and saves the rest of his team.
They needed it.
They were all barreled up in sight. It looked over.
Bunker it down. That's a terrible post-plant to be playing against.
Yeah.
Or playing in position, at least.
Well, you see how much more difficult it looks for Sentinels when Loud are close by, able to flood defend and throw that utility to put pressure on them before they can get into post-plant positions. And Tens bails them out, top of the scoreboard. Doing things fantastically, playing from similar spots.
Deep cross-map knife. Be landing over towards market.
And that's going to give them a good idea about what the defensive setup looks like, because often QCK is going to be on A.
So a good indicator now. Just waiting for the right time to strike. Thrash. Gen into the util. They cut up the side actually through the back here. There's a detainment into mid, but won't be any follow-up. At least onto that one. QCK should be alive as well. He's got some backup from the rest of it. Plant now down, and it looks like this might be another funny round.
Loud are playing really heavily for backside B control, which is going to allow them to get players in, flooded.
Hit it as well. Just to play for it. QCK does have his own ult now. Run it back. Finally initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. Be seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills, and yep, Zelsis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one, Dizzy tagging away. Zekken spammed. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach. Aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order Util layered on top of each other, and they just cannot do anything. Scintillating, sizzling away, spraying them down with the rifles gained, and that is Loud up to a 5 round. 7-5, you can't fault it. Plenty of chances.
It's an awesome half. So many of the rounds could have gone either way and were decided on the tiniest of margins. But I think Loud really figured something out there in that final round. The pit to be able to flood into back B site and the way that they dealt with the aggressive players forwards was lovely. It was anybody's game though. And I think Loud need really another pistol to be able to get back into this.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but so tightly contested. Exception of being our first map, but it has just been back and forth we go between these two teams. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Sou o Cauãzinho, sou iniciador da Loud. Senti muito bem. A EDG é um time que, pra mim, tem um dos melhores players visuais e acredito que o deles não estava no 100% deles. O Kankan é um player, é um star player e acho que ele não performou tão.
I'll couple back quick spike question. Killjoy.
Match found.
I never knew that was Smiles on the tank, I'm not gonna lie. Was that new update? They have no idea how hard I idea. I'm guessing she's Reina, she's either Romanian, Italian, Spanish, or Mexican. I don't know. Bro, Hydra and Crazy make it everybody together. 143, 72. They're both Urus. They both got the same banner. Look at this board here. Oh, they're all jet. They're all jet. They're all jet. They're all jet. Oh, that will jet. I miss that jet.
Spike rush.
I miss her. Let me just. I miss her. Bro, these kids.
Hey.
Bro, this lobby is just weird as.
You're just low. Just really low. 1 HP.
I'll play it all the way. Yeah. We are dancing now, let's keep it up, yeah? Nah. Actually, I'm gonna help. I'll help A, but they're gonna go B. And just in case, I'll go here, but they're gonna go B. Jack, 60 going. She's, one hit body. Might be trolling. They're trolling. They were trolling.
They see me hiding.
They bacon.
Oh, I almost died.
I'll play.
Last round before the switch.
I just got to go B. A, sorry. We'll peek. You're doing. Need help, B. Elbow. You can hold.
Spike planted.
Fake, fake.
Enemy kill.
Player standing.
You got this.
I do not.
No, you don't. Just one. Tag.
Damn. Pussy chat.
I miss her.
Enemy team chat. By the way.
Do you miss her? Do you miss her as well, please? Because I miss her.
5 for 1 hit, nice.
Overhealed.
One heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Babe. You just gotta take a leap of faith, I guess.
No prisoners.
No.
Please. I need Valorant skins urgently. All the jobs are low paid, so that I want to get.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, guys.
Attackers.
GG, if not there.
Oh gosh, what's it called? Sentinels are playing. It's currently, let's see, bada 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 boom.
I love it. I think this map is set up so nicely for B Flood defending. And the way that Tens just eats the breach ult and still is able to survive and get a kill. Yeah, they just assumed, okay, nobody would be silly enough, nobody would be whimsical enough to take a teleport into the corner while stunned up. You're dealing with Tens. He goes for it. He's taken the brain of Angel and Redgar and combined it with the skill and impeccable timing of... Dude, I don't even know.
I mean, himself.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Who's got it like he does?
Yeah. He's stylish, man. He's stylish. But on a knife's edge. One of the only rounds, really, that just goes entirely the way of Sen. You see them now, just having that lead. Knocking the money back down here for Loud.
Yeah, this is devastating. Once Sen start building up a little bit of momentum like this, you could see them pulling away.
Right here. See you on the other side.
Loud would love a thrifty here.
Seen him do it. Sharp with the Sheriffs. Is he dealt with? Flash to follow up as soon as that knife gets the confirmation.
I think my Valorant game
No
is
peeking
broke.
off of it though. All the noise in the world being made, really, out towards Alba. Now Zekken should be able to get himself out of there with a satchel. In fact, Wally didn't clear him. Oh,
what a shot.
That's nasty. All up, taking a pause into the round here off that initial kill. Just seeing if they can pull any of the Sen players around the map.
It would be a little difficult to retrieve this rifle. Might not be something that's possible to do. The smoke, though.
It's just Sassy who's holding the corner. And like you said, there's a smoke now.
Yeah, now it is possible to go and get that.
Sen calling for a re-clear potentially of their own. Wingman. Rue gets the acknowledgement.
Yeah, somebody's in elbow and also pushed up close. That gives you a good idea. It's going to be a re-hit. Tens takes the fight.
Tens, there's a fault line follow through there. Zelsis close to the corner. Get the punish. Through those shots now. They're worried about the TP close to the corner here. Zelsis heard that sound cue, but it's all just feigns and fakes on top of each other. There's only 25 seconds left. What do you go for here? I mean, a pause into the play. Going for a re-hit.
20 seconds.
Going for a re-hit.
Zelsis is in a committed position.
Really committed. It's the first face coming through. It's just the players of the Sheriffs, and they're all going to be falling now. Fully crumbling. Less. The one with the rifle makes a decent job, a decent go of it, but now 2 more rounds for the lead here. Sentinels.
Loud look a little lost in that spot, though, man. That was a bit of a disappointing round. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take the timeout, and I think they have, actually. But they call a pause in the round there,
they're
right?
kind of
on their attack side.
with the Loud side.
But
they won't
there isn't really a threat that they could be going for the hard rotate, because John's still got up all of his Cypher utility. He's got a cam deep in B main, he's got a trip for market, and the players over in A-Link know that there's nobody.
Interesting use from Phoenix, though.
So what exactly are Sen going to be afraid of? Especially when the wingman catches contact, right? This is...
Call, we go. Don't be scared. Let's go. Good.
Yeah, and on the other side of things, Sen building up that confidence, making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Vibes Merchant laying it down.
Yeah. So this next rifle round, it's a perfectly timed tactical timeout. Because this next rifle round is going to be extraordinary.
I'm gonna go get my cat, guys. I'll be right back.
In how this map goes. If Loud lose it, after investing ults, which I'm sure they're going to go for, they'll be dropped back down to an eco. And Sen are basically, at that point, just on a coronation march.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're going straight up.
The upper round to the playoffs.
So this is a must-win for Loud.
Put everything into it. Luckily, a few ults being earned. So that run it back, I mean, it feels like QCK's never without it. Been earning it. Such frequency, all the kills he's been getting, the plants, the orbs funneled into him.
But has he been able to find value with it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It seems quite offhanded in terms of the way that they do approach to use it, but every now and then you might see it still. Sassy holding it busy.
Okay, this time they wait out the knife at the start of the round from Zelsis. Right, so Loud have to start a little further back, but they don't give away that there's 2 players over towards A. A stun for them to try to take a little bit of space. And look at John's setup again. Cam for the mid lurk, trip for market. Loud have not been breaking these.
Oh, yeah.
Again, acknowledgement there from Dizzy. Great shots missed him. Right off the warning shots, and I know there's somebody, at least one player lurking out towards A.
But they're not scared of mid, and they're not scared of market, because John's utility is still there.
Right inside the smoke, I mean, they're setting up for a pop flash play here. Yep, they can hear it. Door being broken down, they want to try and fight Tooth and Nail for control of it. The nade down. How does Zekken get 2? That is ridiculous. QCK forced to bodyguard his own spot there. Reviving.
And it goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion. SEN have committed pretty heavily to the B side of the map. And so Loud have actually managed to find an opening here to go for a post plan.
30 seconds left.
The smoke was in the way at the top section of mid. It might already be just close with the rocket, but no, has to respect it, wondering if they could be lurking in that potential avenue. So a free plant here, Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post plan too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from SEN, which is the main part of it, but obviously there's still danger with the paranoia, with the showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. They're around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. Tens is forwards, he wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still with a paranoia, now to showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Again, clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand, spraying it through, guarding, blocking, all the bullets, second, sticking, and he's won the round for his team. Despite the heroics of Sadak, not enough. Barely enough. Look at that, 0.37.
It's wild how close these rounds are getting.
Oh my God.
But also, how on earth are SEN even in position to do that? Tens sticks the ultimate, gets caught by a player. Kusikeya is shooting for like a third of a second before Tens even realizes where he's positioned. Still flicks straight to his head and opens things up. Even when Loud have openings,
good job, Zach.
SEN are still finding their way through. And I said that was going to be the important round.
Exactly. Here's the money. Dire Straits. Taking a loan out from the bank if they'll even give you one here. Aftershock at a top cam position used early. That's just a treat. I mean, clear out John QT, who's had that cam at the top section of mid. Loud have been given control of market, control of mid now.
Yeah, this is a very different flavor to the round. The problem is the weaponry is just so advantaged towards Sentinels. Loud have finally got a better macro idea.
Still might be some danger.
Might be too late.
2 players spotted, 1 tagged up here. Shock darts now, and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around. Molly there. Oh, hello. Trip. Tens lit up entirely. Let's loose that paranoia, but that one way, less than ideal. That was John's.
Great crunch in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
SEN couldn't figure out how, you know, which direction to go in, I guess. And Tuiz is here ready to pick up Celsius. All good.
Okay. All good.
And what a recovery. The Mastercard Thrifty coming through could not have been a better timing for it. By all rights, that should have been Sentinels favored to go up to series point. And instead, they're going to take a tactical timeout here to discuss what went wrong. And to me, it's very clear.
Why is it so bad
they finally lost market control.
Why is the graphics
Loud actually went and took that space on the map that otherwise John's just been watching with a trip.
Main control, the pivot from SEN. Yeah, you are right. Losing control of that one. So Sentinel's going to be using this timeout now to discuss precisely what went wrong. Potentially putting more of an emphasis onto mid. But again, Sadak, world-class caller this guy is. No slouch as well with the aiming department, at least for this map. He's going to be potentially even expecting that. There's layers to it.
Yeah. I think from Loud, though, this timeout is also going to serve them. Because they've been struggling to deal with what SEN have been throwing at them. And I think it is possible that that eco round has given them a serious clue of how to adapt in the game. Sadak is normally so good at coming up with those adjustments late on in a map, late in a half, late in a series. He's not one of the guys to run out of ideas. So let's see what he's brought to the table coming out the back of this timeout. Looks like SEN want to try to take the game to them, perhaps. We can see them pinging out the mini-map over towards A. And Zekan's set up for an earlier fight, something he hasn't done a ton of.
We're waiting for the acknowledgement of the knife to go for a bit of a flash play to Dizzy, all combined. Dart broken.
One suppressed.
One player tagged there.
And it was Sadak, who does sometimes play alone on the opposite side of the map. Just to make it feel like there's presence where there isn't any.
There goes. He's got his ult ready.
Sassy gets ult online.
Just wiggle them.
Nice.
Big one. Pre-firing, hoping on the shot there onto the market trip, but no dice. Still remains up.
So John continues to provide great info to his team.
Hello. Oh, Second going for the repick there, but the Thrash is punished.
Yeah. Second's been neutralized, to be honest. As much as Colin Zine was bigging him up at the halftime,
Tigers is peeking.
you know, in the segment talking about Loud's, Sentinel's strengths,
They
have managed to neutralize the star player of Sen.
Coming from the behind.
But they need more. They dodge the knife again. This is going to give Loud the perfect timing to go into Sassy. Can he pull out some magic?
Okay, Sen does look like they have this peeking.
Drone hears it, has to respect it now. It's running away just to get the hell out of there. It doesn't break the drone either, so it clears out the site entirely. No command. Let loose, let rip. Zelsis spreads it wide now. Cross onto the site. Not going to be letting them use that util plant. Stuck here by Kawazin. Tens onto that high ground approach. He has found value. If less being removed, that's one of the star players going pound for pound, just removing this one. And a call is made to try and fight this one. Sassy taking it straight to them.
Come on, Sassy.
Man in tow, and he just caught the backside. Clips Sadak out towards the back of the head. Flash through, running, gun with a Spectre. Ult to 9, 2 years. He's miles away. The knife gives them every single bit of information they could want. Skipping a hop, dodging round. Surely!
Let's go! Let's go!
Sen up to 12. Oh my!
Another round where every player on Sen hits the deck and they win it anyway. I was looking at the minimap the whole time at Tui's positioning. He looked his way fully through B main, walked all the way into Boba, going around the world, and he was way out of time.
I believe that's straight in catch.
Yeah, it definitely looked like bullets were headed in Ten's direction.
Can't believe it.
But it's better to be lucky than good, and damn if Tens isn't both.
And this is it, potentially. Precipice of defeat for Loud. QCK. Sliver of an angle, just holding it ADS, but he does not get what he was seeking.
Come on. Rotating.
Running away, less.
These are
matters into his own hands. Yeah. Look at this deep look.
These are the rounds where Les just decides, all right, my team's struggling to come up with an idea. I am going to make the play to win.
It's deep. Goal, Zelsis. Wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Les did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that repick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from Spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult, and Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner, got a smoke in his back to try and help him out, and everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face, spraying through. It's all praying. But this time Loud. One's on top here, 5 alive. QT might not be long for this world either.
Probably just going to save. I mean, look at the economy of Sen. It feels like Sen are in control, and yet you look, because they've died so many times while winning these rounds, they don't have an economic cushion to rely on.
Yeah.
So John keeping this weapon online, it does end up being really important.
He's commenting the entire time. You can see it in the scam.
Yeah, it's like a mini timeout for him, right?
Yeah.
To discuss what's going on. And really, the big difference that round is that Les just found an opening up through elbow. I'm not sure exactly how he's managed to find that read, that Sen had nobody playing there. Perhaps, even if people were playing there, he was happy to take the fights, just believing in himself. Does John save this?
He needs the rifle. And 2 years, I mean, he's just making a mockery of him. Jumping
Right.
through, knowing he's low enough.
Come on.
We are going to be headed into
Oh my god.
the final few rounds here of the match, with Loud favored to bring it to the final round. And maybe even some OT afterwards.
One enemy remaining.
It's crazy the adaptations that these teams are willing to make. And even if it isn't a team-based thing, these players are willing to make. Look at this. Les found the success previously. Sadak's already swapped it up. They're headed in the opposite direction. Trying to keep it safe, keep everybody together, make sure they can trade out low ecos.
Stampede there, hearing him across the floorboards.
Step back, okay.
Util in the world as well, pointing into that direction, and a fast follow through from Sen. They're going to be chasing the noise cues. Hoping to try and flood in time, but there's nothing to push back this plan. So Kawazin gets into it now. Giving the ult online if he chooses to expend it, but probably not even necessary.
I mean, a win here for Sen is forcing out those ults, I think.
Yeah.
I'll say that. They could close it out here.
See? No one to break, no one to deal with it, but it's a flash using running and gunning.
They could close it out
Holy,
here.
Okay, drive by, going wide. One player falls, a tap now, forces out the snake bites. Have to be utilized here. Kamazine still has the ult, surely. There's no danger, surely. Tens doesn't just TP, but he does straight into them, into their faces, tapping and spraying all the way
Yes,
through.
come on,
Rifles.
come on. No, wait, no.
Save the day. John would potentially like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round of regular time anyway. Might as well go down with the ship.
I believe for a moment there, when Sen had their weapons, and we're just running into backside, overwhelming people. That's pretty good awareness from Sadak as well. Tens is difficult to see in that spot. And this time, the rifles are able to find their mark, and the spam is good. They use the pit. A timeout taken. A timeout taken. Right before the last round of regulation, Kaplan hits the red button.
Tension could never be high, could it?
Both teams just set to simmer. Kawanzine has a huge ultimate online, and Sentinels are wary of that. I'm not sure what kind of adjustment Kaplan wants to make towards the end of this. I would imagine that they want to use that little elbow passage that Les was able to find for them in round 22. But to be honest, a lot of the game plan has still been working here for Sen on defense side. John's been able to find so much value from this Cypher setup. You know, if you hit an Unbreakable, there aren't actually that many tools with Loud's composition to be able to get through it. There's obviously the trips or, the shocks or an after shock, something like that. But Loud have not been meticulous in making sure all of that is eroded away. Tui's has bought the op again. On the attack side this time.
Yeah, just trying to slow it down, and why not? You have the money, you have the cash. Maybe even just anticipating some kind of adjustment from Sentinels here, but it's everything tossed into the mix. One round to decide it. Does the series end? Does it get totaled, or will there be that continuation of play? Loud have a chance to fight back.
Very early dominance.
Please don't go over time.
Utility over towards
Come on,
used
please don't
off
go
the
over
rip
time,
from
please.
Tui's to make it feel like they're taking early B main control. I think trying to prompt out some kind of aggression in A main and see if they could punish it. Maybe even hoping that Zekan or Sassy would play for the ult orb and they could get that. It really feels like they're trying to trap them going for the A ult orb. Zekan and Sassy are not taking a risk like that to throw away their chance of winning the match and going to meet Gen G in the uppers. So no dice on that early trap.
The deep drone not broken. You can feel it palpable in the air. I mean, thick with tension. Tens. Tiniest of angles, tiniest of chances, but he gets it. Ulted up, stunned up, will be brought down in the end, so the trade is online here, and a call is made for Sen to scatter. Backing away, playing for the retake here. Sadak is going to go for the plan, but he's ended up just throwing it to the side. He's going to give it to QCK to get that run it back.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defender.
Fight. Come on, please.
Suppression fading.
Please.
When's the time to strike? Here it is. QCK lets it rip, breaking the util. Dizzy. Oh! This play gets caught into the wall there. Unfortunate with it. Still watching, holding for the flash. Anti-positions played. Spam into the box, but it does buy them critical time. Running their way past this one. Are they going to anticipate? 2 years! Nails them to the back wall of Link. The upper second shot goes flying wide, smoke and disengaging, back and away. Celsius seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running against them. The rifles have to sing true, they have to ring true, but it will not happen. Overtime once more, and Loud, they're desperate for it, man. Crawling.
These late adjustments on Icebox and now on Sunset to be able to get into overtime have just been marvelous. And this, with Tens being able to get the first kill onto Les to start with. But that punish at the back of the Rolling Thunder was so important. Remember what Tens was able to do to them over towards B as he teleported into a corner, didn't get away with any shenanigans like that this time. No ops being bought in OT. So no craziness just yet, as Loud swapped to the defense side.
That's right.
Remember, Sen were trying
I think
to
the reason why they're
set
not
up
winning
videos
was
quite
like
a lot.
Loud's literally like getting praised by these people.
Too much threat behind it though. Now that dart's going to be fading away. Sen happy to wait it out for the initial 10 seconds. Smokes are propped up.
Yeah, going for their defensive setup where 2Es is the player holding aggressive over towards A, so they frequently leave 2Es alone in these spots. This time though, he's got backup from Kawanzin. Dizzy off the cam contact. 2Es trying to find a timing to re-paranoia and take position on the A line. Doesn't catch anybody. It's the same kind of thing again here, Bren. Trying to set up this mid-lurk of A main distraction. Yeah. But I swear, Loud are always super aware of stuff like this.
Deep Smoke did pull Kawazin away. He might be able to react in time though to help 2Es out of a couple of pieces of util. Now time is going to become an issue and a problem. Flash through over the top. 2Es just bumbling into the walls there. Lucky that he didn't pay for it with his life, but he backs away and now the call is being made. Rotations abound here for Loud.
And now they're going to be in position to try to send util to stop this.
Satchel. The pathing over to the top. Plant. Actually going down here, but any sort of util. After shock, breaks in. 12 seconds. Time really against them. Snake bite drop down Loud. This is them with a chance to really gain some ground here. Swinging wide to punish. Kawazin, you understood it as a win con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2Es fake the TP back, and now they want to fight this one into the back of the site. Double face, no util. Sentinels barreling through, finding their own timings. Spamming through. Sadak left in a 1v2.
Second making the wrap around to A-Link.
Sadak sticking this one half onto it, half onto the defuse. He's bought himself a little bit of time, a window potentially, but he just needs a kill, and he's not being given it. He's not being given it. No one will give him an easy one.
Let's go.
And face together. It's Sentinels on 13.
Come on.
They have pulled that one back from the brink. Loud's identification that was an A hit, and the fact that they got players ready to throw utility to stop and put pressure on the plant, that almost won them the round. You saw Kawanzin just barreling over the top of the mosh, trying to end the round instantly by denying the plant. But not everybody on the same page, and it gave Sen an opportunity. They're up on match series point.
The tiniest of differences can snowball out of control with these rounds, and you're right. Match point. Map point, series point, whatever you want to call it here. It's Sentinels in that driving seat.
Come on.
This time, John Cutie hasn't put a setup for mid control as well, or mid information. So he's got the cam in market, but he is going to need to rely on other people watching the top of mid. So that's going to weaken potentially the A side of the map. So they're kind of cheating here, going for a very aggressive strong B hold, but a weak A, playing retake A. We haven't really seen Sen in this match pull off the retake A superbly, but it does exist.
Tense at this angle, man. I mean, a high-low position. You can't account for the two spots that he could be peaked from. The flash in his face was not turned in time.
Point, they win.
Doesn't make a footstep though, so they don't know exactly where he's positioned to punish him.
They win.
His way out. Anyway. Cam broken there from the shutdown, I believe.
They're going into the heavy B setup.
Into it indeed. Potentially into the jaws of defeat.
Nice.
He's found his slice. Sadak removed, and now confusion. It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults, and util has to be used now to clear it back through, but the spike's been dropped down, and time against them entirely. Pop flash play. Watch 4, 2 to stand.
Come on.
And 2 potentially to 4. 2 years and less together now, tapping it out, but there is no chance. There is no hope.
Let's go.
Inevitable.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sen look incredible here. Dominating on the first map and squeezing through in overtimes to take their appointment with Gen G in the upper finals. Loud pushed them.
Oh, they did.
But Sen were resilient the whole way through with huge performances coming out from multiple players. Sassy's 1v3, absolutely instrumental in getting them into a winning position on this map. John called a great game the entire time and was fragging too.
Let's go.
It's not over for Loud, of course. They are no strangers to taking the long road in tournaments like this. But Sen, for the moment, on top in this regional rivalry.
On top. All the recent times, and of course, I mean, you're going to see the respect being showcased on either side. These two teams are now deeply familiar with each other. But the Sentinels, who have earned their spot now, second round of playoffs, match up against Gen G.
And what an awesome one to look forward to. I think especially just a head-to-head that I'm instantly thinking of is Tens v Karen.
I would, but I don't have
because both of them with outrageous aim. Tens the more flashy, I guess, mobile version of the Smokes player, but
Karen with the movement.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is he's just skilled through and through, picked up straight from the rank queues. That is going to be one hell of a head-to-head.
It really is. And Sen, all of that time being able to, you know, get 2 playoffs as the #1 squad after taking a really difficult route through the Swiss system, paid off in this game. You really do need to prep for these regional matchups because the teams know each other so well. And I think what we saw with them being able to capitalize on Split to such a heavy degree, and then on Sunset too.
All right. You tell me. Begging on my knees, be popular. Better dream to be popular. Simply want to be popular. Tell me want to be popular. I do don't be popular. It's not much as dangerous. You telling me you love me, I know.
Match found.
Match found. Only if they made the rank simpler and actually easy to understand. Hello. Just kidding, guys. I'm not.
Hello.
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 Bruh.
Huh? These rays of fire are catching on fire. You don't love me, but really you're a fighter. Wow. Yeah, no, she's not interested in that. Okay, so the other lane is trash at the game. The other Phoenix is probably trash at the game. But Raze is decent at the game, so yeah, we've already won this. Looking at our stats, 147, 117, and 56. Okay, oh shorty, well we're screwed. We're screwed in the first round. Okay.
Hello.
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 Bruh. 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 Bro.
One enemy.
Wow.
Guys.
Huh. I got 11 crickets on my desk right now.
Bruh.
Yeah. Do that at my funeral.
Bruh. Huh? Bruh. Bruh.
Oh, it's just some fucking brain rot.
Huh?
Yeah.
How do I think?
What? I was gonna get the copyright today stream.
My ultimate is ready.
My ultimate's ready.
My armpit's a bit sweaty. How to make it better for you. Yorio, you should get a kill job, yeah?
Round before the switch.
Give me a corpse.
My ult's not ready.
My ult's not ready.
Ultimate's not ready.
My ult's not ready. Do I sound like you? Do I sound like Yoru to you?
Oh, it's a perfect world.
He's that corner to right. To right, Rose.
Right, you should put watch your back.
Perfect.
Yeah, you should put your back next time.
Perfect.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
You look fine. What? What just happened to me?
Bruh.
Bruh. You should stop using the soundboard, eh? Yeah, you should really stop using the soundboard, though, so I'm not gonna lie.
He's got autism or something. He just has to spam sounds.
Yeah. Hey, Chamber, you're actually talking? Serge? How are you tonight? For tonight's little dog, okay? Yeah, Odyssey.
What? Fuck, why?
Why?
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
Ah.
Bruh.
There, that's not fine very valid. Reina on 148, yeah.
Okay, tell me.
But you're gonna stop it your way before I do. Shit has one just that gun.
I'm too far.
You're not too far on it, sorry. You should probably kill some. Kill them when you're not looking. It helps to have efficiency and accuracy.
Oh, please, don't defuse, don't defuse, don't defuse, don't defuse.
Don't defuse, I wanna tell us
Oh,
longer.
don't defuse.
Don't, yes, just go. No, 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 no. No, I need to play more with you. No, you're right. I just started adding guys, do not worry. Do not worry, my friends, I should add him. I should add him tonight, yeah? Guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Because I'm going to go to with my sister. It's very nice knowing you. I should just even another time. And I'll play competitive tomorrow, so I can get that bronze, yeah? Alright, goodbye guys. Gotta wash my